Okay, I know I am very delayed on this, but, you know, school stuff. But, finally back. Picking up, Rom the Vacuous Spider. Least favorite boss in the game. It's very gimmicky and annoying and kind of luck-based, honestly. So to start off, just run up and hit him at the start until he disappears, just ignoring his smaller versions of himself around you. And then once he vanishes, just take out this first set of them. And that's the only set you have to actually fight. The rest you just kind of ignore because you'll just keep teleporting and bringing back more, so after this you don't even worry about them. You just don't want this group combining with the one he just made, because then things get super crowded and really fucking irritating. So just avoid that entirely if you can. You can make this fight go even faster if you use lightning paper or fire paper. I think he's slightly weak to both. Pretty simple fight. Just try to avoid the small spiders and don't get hit too much with his magic, because his magic can one-shot you if you aren't careful. Like, that took out most of my health. There's not really much else to say about this fight, really. I've covered pretty much everything. You have to be lucky with the spiders. You just have to hope that they don't decide they're gonna attack you, because they do a lot of damage. They do way too much damage. And I don't know what was going on with the PlayStation Share, because there's several glitches in this recording where it just like skips a couple seconds ahead. I really don't get what was going on, but it's no big deal. Most of the fights are captured. Most of them. I think there are like 2 skips in the next fight with Michael Ash, and I don't know if there's any with Mirko's wet nurse. But this will be the last video where it's just base game bosses, except for the second one. Not the second video, the last one, I think. Because I think that one just has the last boss and then the secret last boss that's after that one. I think that's all that video is, so it'll be a short one. See, I got really lucky there. Because he was doing magic and the spiders were just ganging up on me. Little shits. But they just keep coming, so you can't really do anything about them. You just have to avoid them the best that you can. And that's the fight. Pretty simple one. A gimmick boss, but pretty simple one. Ended at, what was that, 40? I don't know what I ended at. I didn't see it correctly. Oh, another annoying boss. What do you know? Alright. This is my second time going into it because, well, he has a lot of AoE attacks, and I got unlucky enough for him to, like, spam 3 of them in a row, so, and I wasn't really farming in between each boss to level up or anything. It was just one after the next. So this one, you want to run around him and go upstairs and take care of these, like, Handmaidens or whatever they are. Because they'll spam magic at you throughout the fight if you don't. There's only 6 of them, and they take like 3 hits to kill, so just get them out of the way so you don't have more to worry about during the fight. So just 2 more after that. And he'll be like spamming you with attacks from the ground as much as he can while you're up here. Like distance attacks. I think he can give you toxin. Yeah, see, there's one of the skips where the recording just jumped forward. Now, if you attack his individual limbs, his like legs and stuff, you can stun him like that. But I think once they're broken, you can't break them anymore. This was me just testing to see how weak to fire he was. Answer is not really. That attack can mess you up, where bodies are falling from the sky. That'll really, that one will really mess with you. This is... And that's another thing about this boss. His entire body is a hitbox. So him moving does damage to you. So one of his attacks, like that right there, he just literally just freaks out. And it does a ton of damage if you're caught in between these legs. Yeah. As you just saw. I wouldn't really call this a gimmicky boss, but it's really irritating. Because it's not really the boss's moveset that makes it difficult. It's the fact that the boss is always, like, spamming his freak out that makes it irritating. Another fucking, like, video skip. I really don't get what was going on there. But onward. So just avoid his freak out and the falling bodies. He also has like an AoE where he'll spawn like a giant puddle of I don't know what it is, shit maybe? Just a giant puddle of shit that like poisons you. Don't get caught in that one. Okay, now we're in Mirko Lash. Okay, and this part right here at the stairs can go on forever because he'll just keep running around, but I got lucky that he wanted to go to his fighting area immediately, so I didn't really have to chase him all that much. Now that he's puppets that he spawns in, they can jump you in the middle of the fight, so just take care of them in the middle, and if he brings them back, which he can, but if he brings them back, just take care of them again. They aren't that hard to wipe out. This first phase, he doesn't really attack much. His one attack is the tentacle lunge you've seen. That, it does a lot of damage, but just walking to the left or right of him, you can avoid it really easily. And you'll see here in a minute, if you time it just right, you can just dodge straight through that attack and you don't even have to go left or right. So, in this first part, just like spam R1 and just be careful about that. He got me caught in the doorway, so see, if you time it just right, you can avoid it without having to go around it. Okay, and this is This is on the way to the second part of his fight. I was looking for poison darts because there's a way you can cheese that second half and not have to worry about fighting him. But I have not been spending my money on poison darts. I have been spending it on what little upgrades I can get for my character. So, yeah, right here, if you stand here and just throw poison darts at him, you can beat him pretty easily. Okay, he goes into that room and closes the door behind him, so you have to go this whole back-asswards way of getting there. You have to drop on him from above, and then you're trapped in there with him and just have to do your best not to get dead. And there he is down there. Get a fall attack on him. Now that it's his second phase, he has more attacks than the tentacle one. He'll also punch at you, and that can kill you really easily if you aren't careful. So dodging left and right will avoid most of the magic bullets, but you might still get hit by them regardless. And he likes to spam that attack. It's a pain in the ass. It really is. But other than that, he doesn't really have too many moves. You know, he punches and he has like 2 magic attacks. That's all his moveset. This is a pretty gimmicky boss in and of itself, so just dodging left and right. You know, what you're doing through pretty much the entire game. It'll avoid pretty much everything. And that's the second... No, that's the third to the last boss before you have to do the secret last boss. Okay. Now it's Murgo's wet nurse, I believe. Why am I standing there? Okay. I don't remember what all I was doing during these recordings. This was 3 months ago. I really should have done the audio when I recorded these, so I actually remembered what all I was thinking about during recording them. Better late than never, I suppose. This is another beast boss, so you know the method. Just slap the ass. That's how it goes. All of the attacks that she does, like frontwards, can be dodged by just quick stepping to the left. Especially that one, because the only opening for that one is on the left, unless you use your iframes correctly, and then you can dodge it on the right, but it's more difficult to do it that way. And she hits hard. She hits like a fucking tank. So just try not to get caught by the things, and just, you know, attack the ass. That's where you want to be through the entire boss. At least until she does this stupid, like, teleport fog bullshit, where there's like 4 of her, and she can like actually fly and stuff. That one I just avoid by running around the arena and not attacking any of them. Yeah, here it is. So she'll fog up the entire area and spawn like 3 duplicates of herself that have like stretchy arms and can lunge at you and stuff. So you just want to avoid that by just running around, at least until she finishes her fog attack. It's not supposed to last too long, but it kind of varies. Sometimes she'll get it over with really fast, and then other times it'll take her like a minute or two to finish. So just keep running around and dodging everything until the fog clears, and then it's just one of them. In between that, she doesn't really gain too many new attacks. It's mostly that lunge you just saw, and that's really all she gains in between first and second phase. I mean, she can also teleport, but it doesn't like lead into a new attack or anything. She just kind of teleports somewhere else to throw you off track. And try best you can to keep her in the middle of the arena and not get caught on the wall like this. Because then you can't really get behind her and it's not safe to attack. But you have to just take that risk anyways. So get like 2 hits in and then dodge backwards if you're forced to attack from the front. Other than that, there's not too much to this boss. Pretty much everything can be avoided by just staying behind her, so she's really simple to fight. Not too bad at all. And then for some reason, you know, it doesn't tell you that you've beaten the boss until the baby stops crying. And you just happen to walk in the correct spot, so just, there it goes, Nightmare slain. And that's it for part 2, so